All right, welcome back to Blitz. Joining us via phone is Dawson County third-year golf coach Wes Greer. Coach Greer, really appreciate your time on Blitz today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, you got to be pretty excited. You mentioned to me before this interview the first time in school history that both the boys and girls won a region championship. The girls won by 33 strokes, the boys by 6. It's got to be a good feeling for you.
Oh, it's absolutely a great feeling to see both of them as hard as they've worked all year, and then to get it there at the end the way they did, the way they played, especially the girls. That was a complete shock to me. I didn't expect them to come through like they did. I knew Madison would do what she was going to do, but the other ones really pulled through. The boys, I was proud of them. They've worked hard all year and just really put a lot of effort into getting better every time we played a match and working on things that they had seen maybe they'd worked real strong at and getting better at it.
Yeah, now the girls the last couple seasons have come in 6th. So like you said, that's leaps and bounds better than they've been the last couple of years. Boys were 4th the last couple of years, I believe. And both teams, of course, haven't been to state since 2010. So it's more than just winning those region titles, but getting back to state has to be a big deal for that program.
It really is, especially for this group. None of them had been there. Madison had gone as an individual, but she really wanted her team to go with her this year. That was a big deal for her, was to get the team to go with her to state. And the boys, I've got 5 seniors that have just worked their tails off to get to this point. That's all they really wanted to do, was to take the groups to state. So that was really a big deal for us. The 2 fourth-place finishes the last 2 years, it was not as much being fourth as it was just missing state by just a few strokes. That's what really pushed them to make it. And for Madison and the team, the girls, last year at our banquet, I set a standard for them that, let's do more than just see Madison go. Let's go as a group. And the girls really took that to stride and worked hard to do that.
Yeah, now let's talk about Madison for just a moment. I believe this is her 3rd straight region title. How special is she?
She really is special. She has already signed to go to Western Carolina, and she knew she wanted to do that early so she could go ahead and not really worry about her college choice. She knew that's where she wanted to go. She did that back in the fall. She struggled through a lot this year. She's had some medical issues. Really didn't shoot the way she thought she could at region. She knows she's better than that, but she had surgery 12 days ago. So
oh wow,
it was one of those things where she battled through some pain and battled through some issues all year, but she's ready, and she's going to be really ready for state this year. She missed it by a stroke last year being a state champion.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of has been in her crawl all year. So and she was sick last year too, so she's telling me. So.
Wow, that's crazy.
That was a big deal.
I did not even realize she had went through having surgery just 12 days ago. But
yeah,
as you mentioned, the boys, they've been
issues.
Yeah, and the boys, you said they've been together for quite a while. Talk about what hurdles they've really had to overcome over the last 4 years to get to this spot that they're in now.
Well, for the boys, it's just that they've just gotten better and better. My number 4 player, Justin Moore, shot a 107 last year in the region, and then this year he shoots a 78. He put a lot of effort in this summer and in the fall to get better, because that was something he wanted to do. And Jake Phillips, he's been my number 1 or number 2 all year. Pretty much his whole career, he's been my number 1 or my number 2. And he had a knee injury in football, tore his ACL and MCL in the 5th game of the season, and he worked his tail off to get ready for this. And I'm super proud of all of them, what they did. David Ford, if you looked at him, you'd never think he's much of a golfer. He looks more like a 7-year-old, but he can flat kill a ball, and he's played so well. And Hunter Bird is our one that's not a senior. He's a sophomore, and he played our number 1 most of the year, and he's really, really just improved throughout the season and just gotten so much better. And they really put it all together at the end. We had 3 players shoot under 80. And our 4th score was an 81, and we had to throw out an 84. So you can't complain about that. Jeffrey Parthane's our other senior, and he has just played and played and played to get better for this group. So
now, talk about going to Hilton Head. That had to be quite an experience, taking your boys there. What did you guys gain from that experience that maybe gave you some momentum and maybe built up some chemistry for the stretch run to the region championship?
That was something that I kind of came up with in the fall. Because the last 2 years, if you look at our score, what we did when we got to the region tournament, we just missed shooting a qualifying score. And both times we were a week away from our spring break. We take spring break, we come back a week, and then we go to region tournament. And I just wanted to keep the guys together this year. I wanted them to keep playing together. We were on a nice little roll, and I didn't want them to stop. So I said, you know what, let's go somewhere together. It's a great group of seniors, a good group of guys that I enjoy being around. And I said, let's go somewhere and let's play somewhere. So I called up a bunch of coaches in South Carolina, and I said, can you guys host us? Can we come down and play something? They said, yeah, come on. So we went down and we played Hilton Head Islands High School, which is one of the better schools in the state.
Mm-hmm.
And they were really good, but a beautiful course that we got to play on. And then we were hosted by Battery Creek and Whale Branch the next day. And just, both schools were great, just great to have us. We had a great time. And I think it helped us continue our momentum. We just kept on playing. And when we got back, we were ready for region.
Yeah, no. When you look in that crystal ball of yours, what are you expecting out of both your groups heading into the state tournament? I think it's May 18th. Is that right? What do you what are you anticipating where your teams are going to end up there?
Well, I would love for both of them to be top 5 finishers. I think they both can. I think they both have the ability to finish in the top 5 in the state. It's going to be, the courses are both going to be a little bit longer than what we played for region, but I've got some guys that can hit it, and we all know how far Madison can hit it, so I know that's not going to bother her any. And we got a little freshman, Sydney Morgan, who can hit the ball pretty good too. So I think my girls for sure could finish in the top 5, and I think the boys could too.
All right, well, Coach, thanks again for being on Blitz. Really appreciate your time, and looking forward to what you guys do in the state tournament.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick timeout, but when we come back, we're going to have 2 of the Dawson golfers via phone, seniors Madison Caldwell and Jake Phillips.